Robert, welcome to HODL TV.
Pleasure.
You are, as I understand, one of the partners for AirPod.
Yes.
Can you just briefly introduce yourself for our audience?
Thank you for the invitation. Yes, I just recently became a partner in AirPod, and yes, I'm an architect and designer and responsible in the project for development and for new design, with all the features and all the details which must be integrated in new AirPod, which will be amazing product, amazing ergonomy, and of course amazing functionality for all users of AirPods in the airports. Generally, yes, I'm an architect. I have studio, Magna Design Architects. I was president for 7 years of Design Association of Slovenia. I'm entrepreneur. I have also manufacturing company for furniture. Yes, great. Family company.
Okay. So you mentioned your role is more in the design process, right? So in terms of the design, and you mentioned ergonomy. So can you talk about that? What does that mean?
You know, design in basic segment means that you are developing the product which is following the needs, functionality, ergonomy, materials, ecology. So all these segments must be smartly integrated into every product if the product will become successful. And this is our role, of course. And of course, design, especially in this Western part of world, is known as shape or known as something beautiful. But for us, designers and architects, design is much more. Design is a process. Design is, let's say, something what is calling also design management, and is crucial for manufacturing and, of course, at the end, for users.
So what did you have in mind when designing the AirPod?
Yes.
Compared to there are other pods on the market that are existing, right? As we understand, this is sort of second generation. What did you have in mind when you were starting the process of design?
When I was invited to start thinking to become a partner or chief of design of AirPods, I actually saw amazing collaboration or amazing energy in between young group which is orientated in this modern sentence, and of course us who are, let's say, on the market for almost 20 years. And since I'm traveling a lot, I'm working in Middle East, I'm working in Europe, traveling all the time around, and I know that many travelers and future users are looking for, you know, some kind of chair or some kind of a room which will provide or need something where you can find your peace, maybe for half an hour or 1 hour, and you know, having this in mind and actually live this life is bringing even better experience, and then the product will integrate this amazing, let's say, functionality for users who are traveling a lot.
You sort of have to put yourself in the situation of a passenger as well,
always,
right? So,
always, yes.
You know, different generations, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But this AirPod specifically, it is designed for one user to start with.
Yes. The third generation of AirPods is or will be manufactured for user or person, for one. And of course, we are preparing development also to have, you know, one passenger with a kid. We are preparing a mother with a kid. We are preparing programs where you will join together, let's say. But I will not talk too much about what we will do in next steps. Let's focus on this first generation. Yeah.
So how are you tackling the manufacturing?
Manufacturing process is very close connected with, let's say, not just with basic materials which we can find or which we can develop for the first segment, but of course what these materials can offer to our design or opposite. And very important is that we will use high quality materials, high quality features, light will be very important, all smart installations will be and are very important, and all manufacturing process must be developed in the segment to have very quality product for reasonable price, and of course the timing of manufacturing will be let's say reduced, but still, you know, prepared for all those who are going to use in very near future.
Sure. So there is a prototype already, or it's in the process?
It's in the process. Prototype, segments of prototype, we need to test. We are preparing out of these first sketches, we are preparing details of these prototypes. Probably in next weeks we will talk more about this, and we will test, trying to find solutions. We will work with high-profile institutions who are going to give us certificates regarding seating, regarding materials, regarding lighting and everything. All this is ergonomy.
Sure.
And all this will help us to, at the end, sign or say, yes, this design is appropriate. Let's start complete prototype solution and manufacturing. And I believe before end of 2018, we will have prototype completely ready.
So who is going to make the AirPods? Is this you, or are you collaborating with other companies, or how is this process going to work?
We are designers.
Yes.
Yeah, and now we are mainly working on seating part and exterior part of this capsule or this AirPods.
Sure.
And most important is that all manufacturers who are going to produce AirPods are strong partners. Not just strong partners, but let's say partners in consortium of Magnet Design, which is, let's say, my consortium for high quality living, and they are capable to produce quite large quantities of AirPods, which will follow. And the most important is that they have solutions in materials or in production line that are capable to follow what we are going to design. So we are not going to produce or manufacture by ourselves, but in our consortium with top profile, let's say, with traditional high quality producers from different segments.
And so you are also overseeing this entire process?
Yes, of course.
Yes. Now, you mentioned design, you mentioned the manufacturing. What about the maintenance? Once the AirPods are finished, once they are already in place, once they are functioning, what about the maintenance part?
Yeah. As I mentioned, very important is to use appropriate materials. Some probably we will develop or will come out that are in the need to have the best product which we are looking for. But most important is that the whole design concept will follow maintaining of AirPods all over the world. That means how they will be cleaned, how they will be protected, how they will have healthy or let's say anti-bacterial and anti-allergical materials, cleaning and all freshness which must be integrated. Yes, all this is coming out of good design, or these are the features which are helping to design the best product.
Do you find this process challenging, considering you come from a design, maybe a bit different background?
Yeah. Generally, I see this AirPod product as one kind of room, as I mentioned, or kind of furniture segment. And since I'm really closely connected with the interior design and manufacturing of furniture, since we have 40 years old company, family company for furniture, it's quite close to me or my thinking or my development. But honestly, yes, this is a big challenge. Why? Because at one stage I'm not responsible for all the segments, for marketing, for development, for design, for production, for manufacturing, for selling, but I'm only one part in this segment who is taking care about charge or taking care about design. All other segments are, connected with my segment, with the best professionals and very, let's say, smart people, which probably you know them. They're really an amazing team, and this is what is really inspiring and challenging. Yeah.
Is this, you're mentioning this team, is this more of a global effort, the people that you're involved with in terms of the manufacturing and the entire process? Or is this 100% Slovenian, or is it global?
Yeah, I'm quite focused to have Slovenian product,
Sure.
and I would be proud to have,
Sure.
let's say, made in Slovenia brand, but for sure it will be made in EU, Europe, for sure.
It will be
Yes.
produced in the
Yes.
EU.
For sure, yeah. 100%.
100%, fantastic. Are you an investor?
Yes.
You believe in the product? Is there anything else you would like to add, or would you like to say? For example, if I was a potential investor, if I, one thing is to invest, another one is to actually use it as a passenger. I mean, I would be excited to use it, but...
Honestly, I believe you will find out as investor that we are doing amazing job in the process when we will have probably next meeting or next interview, and you will see that we are really thinking globally, and we are doing amazing design, which will follow, of course, big potential.
Is there, just one last question, is there a life expectancy on this sort of AirPod or this design?
In what kind of sense?
In terms of one is hardware, right? So you're designing and in mind that this AirPod will be present for how long, for example? Software and everything inside is changeable. Technology changes very fast, and you can upgrade that. But what about the physical hardware itself and the materials that you speak
honestly,
of?
I'm an architect.
Yeah.
I'm not a designer.
Okay.
Nevertheless, I do a lot of design, but
goes hand in
my
hand.
soul is, urbanism design, because this is, let's say, better life. And if you design good architecture, good house, good villa, good apartment building, whatever, then, of course, what is inside will be, again, very challenging and very promising. And every design is, for me, like a baby, You need to put all these elements together, all these babies together, and they will become big family. And for sure, I believe our design will follow the story of long-term design, which will be still amazing, still up to date in 10 years or 15 years, in 20 years maybe. I don't support, let's say, trendy designs, because they are just trendy.
Yes, sure. Well, this is wonderful. Thank you so much for
Thank you. Thank you for inviting
answering all
us,
our
and,
questions.
hope to see you soon.
Great.
Thank you.
We hope you liked today's discussion and learned something new. If you like what we talked about today, subscribe to our YouTube channel, HODLtv.com, and enter a prize contest. Like our link below and answer a short question from our video. Today's contest question is, what is the name of the AirPods token? I'm Nina Cerar, this is Hodl TV, and remember, you are in control over your investment decisions. You can follow us on HODLtv.com, Steemit, YouTube, and Facebook. Hodl TV will airdrop 10 prizes worth $100 each in tokens from the company presented in our video. 10 additional prizes worth $100 each will be given to our subscribers that will fill out a short survey on HODLtv.com. If you would like us to present your project, contact us at info@HODLtv.com.